I know who I am the moment awareness returns. I am Odin, not a title, not a boast. It is simply a fact. I have walked through time, traded comfort for knowledge, and paid for wisdom with loss. Yet this place is not mine. I feel it immediately. The air itself carries fear, worship, and endless war. Mixed together so deeply they can no longer be separated. I did not arrive through a gate or a spell. One moment I was elsewhere, following a thread of fate I did not fully understand. The next, I was here, standing on a floor of cold gold and black stone, surrounded by walls that rise like monuments to obedience. This place believes in eternity, but it smells of exhaustion. Nothing here is truly alive. It is all being forced to continue. Figures in golden armor appear around me almost instantly. They move with perfect discipline, weapons raised, not shouting, not hesitating. I recognize this type of warrior. I have seen men like this in many ages. They do not fight for themselves. They fight for an idea they are not allowed to question. Their fear is controlled, shaped into duty. I do not feel anger toward them. Only recognition. I raise my empty hand, not to threaten, not to surrender, but because it feels correct. Words come easily. I am Odin, I say. I seek knowledge. The name means nothing to them. To their ears, I am only another false god standing where I should not be. I can see it in the way their grips tighten. But before they act, something else touches me. Something vast, something old beyond measure. Pressure crashes down, not on my body, but on my thoughts. Memories surface without my choosing. The tree, the rope, the spear, the long hanging, the eye I surrendered for sight beyond sight. This presence is not asking questions. It is weighing me. I understand then where I am. This is the heart of an empire built around a single mind. A ruler who has not moved in 10,000 years, yet still holds everything together through will alone. He is broken, but unyielding. Alive, yet far past the point where life should have ended. The pressure grows heavier. I sense death nearby, not mine, but theirs. The warriors around me strain under the invisible weight. Their loyalty keeps them standing, but barely. I remain still. I have endured worse costs than this. Then, just as suddenly, it eases. The presence does not strike. It does not command my destruction. It pauses. I feel curiosity from it, suspicion, and something else. Buried deep beneath centuries of suffering, weariness, this mind does not see me as a weapon. It sees me as a variable. A question that should not exist, but does. The warriors remain ready to kill me, but the moment has passed. I know it as clearly as I know the paths of fate. This world has not decided what I am yet. I look toward the source of that vast awareness. Toward a throne I cannot see, but can feel pressing against reality itself. This place is not greeting me as an enemy. It is asking what I mean. I move deeper into the palace with the golden warriors surrounding me. They do not speak unless required. Their silence is trained, not natural. This place feels like a temple built inside a prison. Every wall is carved with history, every symbol meant to remind those who walk here what has already been decided for them. Nothing is built to ask questions. Everything is built to remember orders. I am taken before those who speak for the emperor. Tech priests wrapped in metal and scripture. Their bodies are more machine than flesh, yet their thoughts are bound by fear. They call their knowledge sacred, but it is fragile. I can hear it in their voices. Every sentence they speak is wrapped in rules, forbidden, heresy, blasphemy, words used to stop thought before it begins. When I speak, I do not argue with them. I do not challenge their beliefs. I describe what I see. The emperor exists, I say, but not as you understand existence. The reaction is immediate. Tension spreads like fire. Some recoil, some tighten their mechanical limbs as if ready to strike. They think I insult their god. I do not. I simply observe him. A being stretched across states of life and death, held together by sacrifice and habit. Alive enough to think, dead enough to decay. He is sustained, I continue, not healed. They do not like this truth. They never do. As their anger rises, something else begins to stir. I feel it like cold breath against my thoughts. The warp is watching. I do not need sight to know this. Emotion leaves a taste. And this realm is thick with it. Rage, desire, rot, change. For presences circle at the edge of awareness. Not approaching yet, studying. Corn feels like endless violence with no purpose beyond itself. A storm that only knows forward motion. Sinch is different. Sharp, twisting. Always planning, even when plans contradict each other. Nurgle presses in slowly, heavy with acceptance and decay, patient enough to wait forever. Slaanesh watches with hunger, curious not for my body, but for my restraint. They are not gods as I understand gods. They are reflections. They exist because beings like these priests fear, hope, hate, and crave. They feed on that cycle. They do not create meaning. They consume it. I am not part of their system. I do not draw strength from belief. I do not grow through worship. I have sacrificed too much to be bound by emotion alone. This is why they are uneasy. This is why they cannot ignore me. I feel their attention sharpen. Threads of possibility shift. Futures that were slow now accelerate. Conflicts that would have waited begin to move. The palace has not changed, but the galaxy has. I realize then that my presence is not neutral. I am not attacking, but I am disrupting. By existing here, I introduce uncertainty into a universe built on rigid answers. The Chaos Gods understand this. They do not speak to me. They do not need to. Their decision is made in silence. War was always coming. Now, 'tis coming faster. The war does not begin with a single cry or a single blow. It begins everywhere at once. I feel it before I see it. Threads of fate tighten across the galaxy, pulled hard by desperate hands. Forces that once moved slowly now collide with urgency. This is not coincidence. This is fear made strategic. The traitor Primarchs come together, and that alone tells me enough. Beings like them do not unite without reason. Angron's fury, Mortarian's decay, Magnus's ambition. Fulgrim's hunger each pulls in a different direction by nature. For them to march as one means the Chaos Gods have judged the moment critical. My presence has shifted the balance. Not by strength of arms, but by possibility. I remain within the Emperor's palace, yet distance means little. I feel battles erupt across void and world alike. Fleets burn in orbit. Cities drown in fire. Faith is tested at the edge of extinction. The warp churns violently, swollen with emotion, feeding its masters as they pour everything into this assault. They are not trying to win territory. They are trying to remove uncertainty. Closer still, the palace itself shakes. Not from fear, but from impact. Reality strains as forces that should not reach this place push forward anyway. The custodians move to meet them. I watch them with respect. They fight without hatred and without hope. They fight because it is required. There is a purity in that, but also a limitation. Duty alone cannot change a future. It can only delay it. They die well. Every step forward costs the enemy dearly. Yet I know this truth as clearly as I know the turning of the stars. No amount of perfect obedience will break this cycle. The war has outgrown the blade. My thoughts return again and again to the one seated at the heart of this storm. I do not see him as a god. I see him as a man who refused to stop when he should have rested. A mind vast enough to guide humanity, yet burdened by the need to control it. He sought unity through force, truth through suppression, peace through permanence. In doing so, he trapped himself between what he was and what he tried to become. The Chaos Gods believe this war is about me. They are wrong. The Imperium believes this war is about survival. They are also wrong. This war is about choice. If nothing changes, the outcome is clear. Endless conflict. Endless sacrifice. Chaos will never truly win, but it will never lose. Humanity will bleed forever to maintain a fragile balance that grows. Weaker with every century. But if something changes, if the Emperor allows the system to evolve rather than endure, then the galaxy itself shifts. Not toward peace, not toward salvation, but toward a future that is not pre-written by fear. I step closer to the golden throne. Its presence fills my senses, a constant drain, a constant demand. Cables hum. Psychic light burns. Souls scream in silence. This machine does not merely support the Emperor. It defines him. The war rages louder now. Time shortens. Paths narrow. This is no longer a question of battle. This is a question of fate. I reach out, not with my hands, but with understanding. The connection forms instantly. There are no words between us, no voices. What passes between us is memory, possibility, and weight. I feel his beginning, scattered across ancient lives, fused into one will. I feel his rise, his certainty, his mistakes. I feel 10,000 years of endurance stretched thin, held together by sacrifice he never intended to demand forever. He does not ask who I am. He already knows. In this moment, names no longer matter. I show him what I see. I show him the first path. His consciousness pulled back into flesh. The body restored, cells renewed, the throne abandoned. Humanity would see him walk again. Hope would surge, but his sight would narrow. His reach would shorten. The warp would press harder without his constant presence. He would rule again, but as a man bound by time, by exhaustion, by limits he has long forgotten how to accept. Then I show him the second path. The body released completely. The throne.